Hey everybody, Scroft here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. Welcome back to Calmsden as well. And we're carrying on our Let's Play series. And we're going to hopefully make a bit of money in this episode. Don't know why I'm staring at the snowman. I was just, probably admiring the fact that he's got a stress-free life. Doesn't have to be anywhere. No tasks to do. It's a bit like you, buddy, as well. Yeah, see? Just chilling out. That's it. Sleeping in the snow, as you do. Oh, if only. Anyway, let's crack on. We need to make some money. We really do. And I've jumped back into February. I was going to wait until spring, but decided, we'll have to just go to February because I need to make money. I was leaking. Leaking is the right word as well. Money. And I was just leasing too much stuff that we weren't using, so I had to return stuff. I think it averaged about 7,000 every month, which is obviously a bit extreme. In fact, let me just show you so you can get an idea of where we were dropping money. If you look at these months especially, like this month is obviously different because we've leased different tools out, we're doing jobs. But these 3 months here especially have been not too good. In fact, no, February will be better because of return stuff. But leasing cost was like $4,000. And then we've also got $2,500 in a loan interest, which is something we need to, sort out. Loan, $750,000 I owe. And I started off with that, kind of like set myself a bit of a challenge. Yep. I know Oxy's fixed a lot of stuff right now, but if there is a hidden collision and it's like invisible, but it's that snowman. So if you've had it on the corner where you've hit something, it's the snowman. But that's been sorted out now as well. But let's crack on. Let's go and get these bales sold first, and then I'm going to do some cultivating. I know, in the snow, but I just thought we can still do it. It's not going to matter too much. But I did get all the bales done in the last episode, so I got all 3 of the fields baled up and sorted out, and we actually got quite a lot, really. Loads of them. You also notice that the grass is green again. So I'm in winter, which is the norm for everybody that's playing on the modern version of Calmsden. The grass is green, but I was playing an older one, which has kind of got like the Riverbend look or the standard base game look of in the autumn and winter, where the grass is just, it looks barren. And I was mentioning it in my last episode that it just looks like it's, about to set on fire, something in like Tenerife. That's what it reminds me of. But now you can see that it's still not as lush, so it's not as green, but it's got a nice, I don't know, it's like it's just a nice blend. It's just this tiny bit of, you could say, that autumn vibe to it, but not much at all. Still looks very green around, and the whole environment's like, it's just the trees that look, like we're in winter, and then obviously if we're in autumn, the trees will look the same there. So I do like that, and I got it sorted out, and actually on my save game and this version of the map I'm using, which is different to everyone else's because I did a custom edit earlier on. But it's I'm glad I got that sorted out, to be honest, because it's I think it just looks so much better when it's, because if you look outside of the winter, it's still green. The grass it's just not doing much. It's almost dormant. So I returned a lot of the leased equipment that I mentioned. I also, as well, cleaned off all the tractors like I said I was going to do, so they're all looking pretty good right now. Have you noticed this as well? I actually really like this effect, and this effect is by accident. And it's because I did the indoor mask. So if we open up the shed, everything went well. I hope it did. Yeah, it did. So there's no snow in there, and I put the indoor mask literally right here, which is what you'd expect because it had rained there. But because I'm doing that also, the snow will fall, and we've got that kind of layer. So, it's made a nice effect on that, which is completely by accident. It's just clashing through. That's all that is. The snow's clashing through there. So I just thought that was pretty cool. It's like an accident that's actually turned out looking pretty cool. Yeah. Anyway, let's have a look at our calves, because they're still calves. We're not, the kind of like the age above. I didn't go for newborns. I went for the ones at 6 months. How the hell did you get out? When you think about it, this animal shed's perfect for me. There's just loads of gates, like loads of them. If we shut this one as well, I think the snow goes up to that. But then again, that's spot on because of the roof. So that makes sense as well. Got it perfect with the indoor mesh. I can't actually stand on that gate. I keep trying to jump on it, but I can't. But no, they're fine. Got a bit of food. I used the last 2 TMR bales that I bought, but we're still doing all right. They're not consuming that much. Straw I've ran out of, but I'm not fussed about it because I can't get any manure anyway. And we're slowly getting through slurry, which I will start putting on grass fields when we get enough of it. But I do need to get some dairy stock. Now, I was going to do that in this episode, but I think I'm going to do a bit of cultivating, get that field prepped over there for putting in either sugar beets or potatoes. But what I do want to do first is record an auto drive route in the John Deere, because last time we used the trailer, it's as good as it looked with the Ford attached, it struggled. It definitely struggled. And it's because there is a hell of a lot of bales, and this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trips. This is that we're going to hopefully make a lot of money. And in the last episode at the start, I was probably at about maybe like 200, maybe 230,000. So yeah, we need to try and get back up. We're at 130,000. We've lost 100k, which is insane to think about. And that's just, I'm losing around 8,000 every month anyway that I jump through, and then costs and everything else. So yeah, we're gonna have to sort that out. We're losing way too much money. We're supposed to be making money to get a new harvester for the first harvest, so not ideal. Right, so let's stop it there. We're going to record an auto drive route. No, it's going to be even worse because of the fact I'm not using. Yeah, I'm not using the auto load on. Actually, on the trailer, I'm using universal auto load. It might be worth changing over because it's going to be so slow now that it's strapped that down. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to quickly just go and sort that out, because if not, this is definitely not going to work at all. Right, so there we go. That's that sorted out. I've gone back to the auto load that's on 4D Modding's trailer, so we don't have to worry about... it's putting all the weight onto the trailer, because it'll cripple it, unfortunately. So, first thing we need to do is figure out where we're going to sell these, get the best price for salvage. If we have a look in here, it should tell me the best price. So 220 is what we're getting, which is actually higher than it's saying the max price, so 217. So we're not doing too bad. That says max month is March, but I always thought salvage was around the start of the year, so January, February. So I'm happy anyway. We're going to get 136,000 if we sell it at the garden centre, which is a bit of a trek. So we're going to have to do an auto drive course, and then we can actually start working on field 2. Right, so we'll do it as a loop, but what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to go and open the gates. Just get that sorted out first. Right, so I'm all sorted. I've got the gates open, ready to do this course. We're going to record it with auto drive. I've already got one set up, and it's the one that kind of came with the map, and I need to sort that out. I also need to stop the pings coming from Discord. Let me do that first. Right, sorted that out. Nothing too major anyway. Right, so let's start it from about here. I do need to get rid of that. That's what I was mentioning before, and start a new one. I did see Trainsman, which is kind of like the manager, let's say. He's the guy who sorts out all the kind of admin side and helping out with the editing and stuff like that for the auto drive guy. So he says that they're doing a brand new one for Calmsden because they've made changes, and stuff's laid out a little bit different than it was in the first time around. So yeah, we can hopefully get our hands on that at some point. Right, so we should hopefully get all these. There we go. So now we'll work a treat, and we're just going to have to keep going to it, unfortunately, to load up the bales, unless we do the course down here. I don't think it'll work though. To be honest, I think it's gonna rely on us to drop the bales off and pick them up, unfortunately. Well, it is what it is. If we just get this course done from that waypoint here, we'll just call bale loading. This is all going to get wiped anyway, so it doesn't need to look pretty. But it is important that we go and sell these bales, and then I get a bit of field work done, because it's going to help me start off with them sugar beets. I think I'm going to do sugar beets. I mean, I want to try out that new equipment. I haven't actually tried it out. I just think it's strange. I'm going to need to have narrow tyres on it, because it's a massive tool that you wouldn't want to be pulling with a tractor with narrow tyres. But yeah, I feel like it should have something on the front end, removing the tops first, but then I'm still going to do, you know, tyre damage anyway. So yeah, bit of a strange one. You can see it's not linked there at all, so it's not set up well. I mean, it's still struggling. It doesn't help that we're pulling these bales in the snow, and there's some weight behind them. I mean, there's so many gates that way. I thought I was taking a shortcut, but it might have been better not to do that and actually go through that section there, carry on driving. I mean, I'll do that on the way back, but it's set up now. I mean, that's the thing with auto drive though. As soon as you jump out the vehicle, it stops recording. So you have to jump back in after you've opened the gate, set it recording again. And it definitely didn't like the uphill battle. See, there's another one here. Oh God, there's more gates than anything. What is going on? Faffing about with these bloody gates now. And we've got another gate. The joys. The joys of it. So, there we go. That's the first load sorted out. I'm going to have to stop recording again, unfortunately, because I need to delete off these ones. Just because it's going to be a nightmare. And also, I'm going to have to get out and open the gate. Which is, I mean, on a journey like that, I've had 4 gates. Not many at all. Right. So I'd say if we... In fact, let's move that a bit forward. Because then we can put that as the waypoint. And just call it Bale South. I'm going to remove all these anyway, so I know it's the garden, but we're gonna just keep that there. Like I don't know what I've actually just put there. What is that? Did I actually type that? Okay, it doesn't like that word. It thinks it's a swear word. Maybe it is. Maybe it is in some country somewhere in some language. I don't know. I mean, this is like next level faffing, this is. It's insane, isn't it? Too many gates. Stop starting. Snow. Uphill. I mean, hopefully on the way back it's going to be much easier just to sell some bales. I mean, I could have done this myself by now. I think we made this harder for ourselves than it needed to be. Doing it in the snow. And I think that sell point's not the best to go to when it's snowing and you're hauling stuff that's pretty heavy. But we did it. We're back. We did a loop. It's going to be a faff anyway, this is, but at least we don't have to do the driving part of it. But yeah, we're going to have to go here anyway and... yeah... link up and fill up. We're going to have to fill the bales up and then unload them and then send it back. So there's going to be a lot of work to do. It's not just going to be straightforward. But we can still get everything done about it. There we go. I was going to say, loaded some on, but not all. Right, so let's just, for starters, let's just put this in. Get rid of that, because that's faffing about. And just go to... so if we go pick up and deliver... the problem is we can't tell it what it needs to pick up with that. I think it's just going to have to deal with that, unfortunately. I hope that it works. As long as I can set it going and tell it go to that location, it'll do the job. Right, so now put it into transport mode. Off you go. Don't need you to find a repair station. Please don't clip that wall. Just. Right, so as he's doing that, we're going to jump into the case because we're going to need a bit more horsepower than what the Massey and the Ford has got. We can also get rid of that now. And we can start this work. It's a bit of a strange job to do whilst it's snowing, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's It's the only job I've got on offer, really, and I didn't want to miss selling them bales on the video because it's going to bring in a lot of cash, and I put a lot of work into that. There we go. Could not find a repair station. Oh, traffic. The one car. That bloody Amazon delivery driver's at it again. It's like that one car is yeah, he's not very good, is he? He's pretty bloody awful, really. Automatic repairing, no, and refueling, no. Apply. There we go. Now go. You cannot reach. It's probably got something to do with you're on the wrong line, my friend. Let's try it again from here. Because we know the loop's there. We've done it. So it's now detecting it. I don't know why it didn't from there. That is strange. So it's working now. I don't know what went on then. I obviously got onto the wrong path, probably. Which is... yeah, it's probably my mistake then, somehow. Somehow, I don't know, but it's going. That's the main thing. And we can now finally focus on getting into this bloody field. Oh, that is tight, that turning is. And then, yeah, we'll have to do the work anyway to keep on loading and loading. But we're bringing in the money. We're at 160. I mean, we're using cash anyway to hire the worker. Right, let's go do some cultivating. I mean, it's a look at the state of that field. It really does need it. We've also got to tend to the weeds, especially in the far field that's got the barley in. We've got a couple in that field. I might actually use that moment to set up the tram lines. So even though this field here doesn't actually need herbicide in the whole of it, I'll just do the tram lines with that. Maybe in the next episode, and then, yeah, we can use them tram lines going forward to put the fertiliser down. I mean, the thing is, you put narrow tyres on a sprayer normally anyway, and then, yeah, you're not going to need tram lines, but I do want to put tram lines in. And I do wish that you could have an option maybe to even just do crop damage even with narrow tyres on. I know that might be pretty crazy, but it is more realistic, and it's nice to have maybe that option in game. But anyway, let's get this sorted. This is going to be a strange job to do in this weather, but it needs doing. The field is in a state. Alright, so we should now have this going. And if we start on the edge, just to make our life easier, because we can visualise the boundary, and we'll crack on with it. I hope they'll get some kind of notification when he's sitting there. I doubt I will, but there's a section where you go uphill, so he's probably stuck in that right now. Just crawling up there like I did. I mean, I will check. Let's do the turn, get on a straight, and then I'll quickly check the map. I mean, it's -1 in game, so the ground would technically be frozen, and this wouldn't be an easy job. But, I mean, -1, it's probably on the verge. I mean, it's 10 AM, so yeah, it'd be frozen, wouldn't it? Unfortunately. Right, so he's getting close. So we should probably just get to the end of our pass here and then see what he's doing. Send him back. Try and be efficient with it. It's just remembering to check. But I will put this on a time-lapse, and also include in the time-lapse me sorting out the worker that we've got going, selling them bales. Right, so he's actually sold them bales. So it's like it's automatically detected that we're selling bales. So that's pretty cool. Let's see what he's doing. Oh, no, he hasn't sold all the bales. He's sold some of the bales. What are you doing? We need to be on point then with that. We have to be quick, because he'll just drive off. Ah, my camera. There you go. I've got my camera back now. Let's do this again and do it properly. He must have just not waited. He's just impatient. He probably got frustrated coming up that hill just like I did. Right, so That's that done. I wonder why them ones sold them but not the others. That is strange. Alright, so he's on his way back now. There we go. So we can jump back into the case and, yeah, crack on. I'll put the rest of it on a time lapse. It's probably going to be a bit of a faff, let's be honest. It has been so far. But at the end, I'll definitely have it done. And we'll make money. We're already doing well. We're 200,000. We've got a few loads left to do as well. So we're going to be above the starting point of the last episode, which is good news. Because I really wanted to try and get, hopefully, to like 300,000 before. But we spent too much money. And, yeah, I don't know what we can do. I did say I was going to check the value of the harvester. Because that might give us an idea of what we can afford. I don't really want to spend all the money we've got on it because we have got a hefty loan which is, you know, costing in monthly repayments. And even though we can make silage after that point, you know, going into the spring months, and keep a bit of it for the cows and do some hay as well. Yeah, it's I'm not sure. Let's just quickly have a look at the value of the harvester. It's probably going to be my most valued. Yeah, it is 131,000 then. So, you know, if we get up to, let's say, 250, we can have 380. You'd want to keep about 80 grand. So harvester's got to be about 300,000. Unfortunately, I know I say unfortunately, that's a lot of money, but for a harvester, it's not actually that much. Where the hell has the harvesters gone? Honestly, this new shop layout, I really don't like. I just can't get used to it. It's a strange layout system. So, 226 for a brand new one of them. We can get one of the cases, or this John Deere, or even the Fendt. So, that was just a millisecond too late. So yeah, we'll have to have a look just to see the working width, really. I mean, the case would be a nice harvester to have on the farm, but it's not... I don't know, I feel like it's not the expected harvester, let's say, to have on a British farm. It might be. I mean, do you see many case harvesters? I like the Massey, but it depends how big the header is. We want to try and get a bigger header. I mean, the case class is the best option, definitely, but I doubt we're going to be able to afford that. I'll have a check. Let me just set this up to go. There we go. And we can jump back into the John Deere anyway, because he's about to get to the point where he needs to fill up again. Right, back to the case. And we'll carry on driving, and let's have a quick look to see the header size of... I mean, that's not a bad one. It's about the same size as the Evian, though. Which makes me think, like, what's the point? Like, 7.6 meters isn't too bad. And I think, if we have a look here, I've got this one, which is 6.2. So it is a bigger header size. That's 7.6. 7.6 on that. And this case, which we can afford, goes up to 8.5. But we need another 48 grand. But technically, we could lease out the header. Just buy the harvester. So, I mean, the case is an option. And just go to standard. I mean, it is a US harvester, though. I feel like case harvesters are definitely like a US style. What we want is something like this, don't we? That'd be amazing. You know, just going up to like this size. Getting a Lexion, or even the Massey Ferguson one's the ideal package. I do love these harvesters. Brilliant looking things. That'd be a perfect one to get. Ooh, again, faffing about. Too busy in the shop. We'll have a think on it. But let's get through this field. Let's get it sorted, ready for sugar beets. And it might just be that we don't buy one. And we, you know, struggle through our first harvest. But then next time round, improve on what we've got. Invest the money back into a harvester, maybe. Got to start paying off some of that loan as well. So there we go, everybody. Job done on that one. We got the field cultivated, sold bales, made money. And yeah, it wasn't a simple one at all. Sometimes it goes that way, though, in FS. And I'd rather just do an episode, keep it in, and just, you know, show that it happens. It's just part of FS. Some days everything just doesn't work. If you're using auto drive and courseplay, you'll have more of them days than you would if you're not using auto drive and courseplay. Do you know what, though? I have to say, like, Giant Software, I have to applaud them for the in-game kind of guidance steering. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong. And I still think if I had probably VCA, then I'd choose that over it. But it's really nice to just have that on hand. It's just really easy to use, basically. Just, yeah, I think it's great for console players as well. But yeah, it's nice just to have that on the fly as and when you need it. Makes a difference as well. But yeah, anyway, we got there. We got there in the end. We sold bales, made money. Bit temperamental at times doing it that way. I will get rid of that auto drive course. But let's just quickly just jump in here because I want to have a look at this Class Evian. I mean, like I said, I haven't used it yet in this series. And its value isn't as good as it could be because I've obviously, you know, put some working hours on it when we started. But I just want to get a bigger header. For the size fields we've got, that is just not big enough, is it? It's 6.2 metres, and you can see that it visually looks quite small in comparison to what we can get. I think, looking back at the shop, ideal harvester for me would be, I mean, I don't want it. I'm not too fussed about tracks or anything like that, so yeah, I'm not focused on that. But I would love this Massey Ferguson ideal. I think it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. Not really too fussed about the horsepower, but look at that. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. Beast of a machine. So let's check the headers for that. Yeah, 9.2. So if we have a look at that in the shop, you can see the size comparisons on that. I think that has to be our target. So we need 453,000. Unless we see it on offer in this section, which you never know. You never know. I mean, there's that there for 12,000. That is actually a bloody bargain. That's not a bad deal, is it? Just to come across. I mean, I've got a feed mixer and I haven't got enough animals to justify it, but that is a bargain. Absolute bargain. But yeah, we'll leave it there. Like I said, a bit of a strange one. Snow everywhere. Faffing about with auto drive. Doing cultivating in a frozen winter environment. Not the best idea, is it? Can't wait to do the barley harvest. I think it's going to be pretty cool to do both these fields. Massive harvest. So thank you so much for watching, though. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, give it a thumbs up for me because that really does help me out. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator. See you, everybody.